Everybody, welcome to a Quick Tip Tuesday here from JoyfulDVM. I'm Carrie Wise, veterinarian, founder of JoyfulDVM, certified life coach, and I want to take just a minute to speak quickly about fear. Fear is a very powerful motivator. At the heart, it is just an emotion, but as you guys know from listening to me, emotions drive actions. This is the neuroscience behind emotion and about how thinking actually creates emotions in the first place. So if our actions are driven by fear and our fear is created by our thinking, it's really interesting when we start to wonder, why is it that the emotion of fear drives us so strongly? Well, in the case of fear, it's not just thinking. It is that primitive, kind of primal, very instinctual emotion that comes up in every single uncertain situation. It makes a whole lot of sense if we think about where the humans started thousands and thousands of years ago. But what's true is that today there's a lot of false alarms. The problem is that many of us don't recognize that the false alarms are actually false, that we aren't actually in the type of danger that our mind would have us believe that we are. As a result, from that fear, we end up making lots of decisions for our lives that actually don't move us closer to the things that we want to create. It becomes very limiting overall, and it can also become pretty darn hopeless. This also influences the way that we practice veterinary medicine, but we're going to talk more about that next week. So if you want to learn more about how fear actually drives your actions in your own life right now and how that's been influencing what you've created for yourself, I definitely recommend that you check out episode 20 of the Joyful DVM podcast. In that episode, I talked about this at length, the impact of fear on living your life and practicing vet med part 1 and part 2. Episode 20 is part 1, and then we're going to follow that up next week with part 2 about how this influences us in vet med. Check out part 1. It'll get you all set up for how you can see how this actually shows up in your day-to-day veterinary practice. And I'd love to hear what you learn about yourselves and your own motivations as you learn more about how fear may be acting on your behalf. All right, my friends, have a great week, and I'll see you next time.